Hello YouTube and welcome to my channel eddieinreadingland. My name is Eddie and today I am bringing you the last of the tarot that my husband bought me for Christmas. And it's actually the Penny Dreadful Tarot cards by Showtime, I think? Okay guys, so this is the last video in the tarot that my husband got for me for Christmas. We're fans of the show Penny Dreadful. It's an amazing show. I think everybody should watch it. It's very sexual. It's very sensual. It's very unique. I think that's very redundant. The show is unique. The show is really good at creating interest and bringing together a lot of folklore and mythology of different monsters, and they did a really great job bringing them into Victorian society. And obviously it has one of my favorite actresses, Eva Green. So yes, I'm gonna watch anything that she's in because she's just such a fantastic actor. I still haven't watched The Three Musketeers. And I know that she plays Lady Red or Madame Red. So I think that's the character's name. I'm not very sure. I don't remember. I read The Three Musketeers when I was in high school and I didn't like it very much at all. But as in any case, yes, so here it is. Just to be very upfront, this tarot deck is not very good quality. It actually comes in a really flimsy box, which I'm going to keep them in. To be perfectly honest, I always keep my decks in either the box that it came in, and usually the decks that I buy, they don't come in. Yeah, it's by Showtime. Here it is. They don't really come in these sorts of these paper boxes, but this is basically a reproduction of the original prop from the show. But I'm still very intrigued and very interested in using this tarot, mostly because as you guys are going to see, I'm not really sure if any of you have seen the show or not, but you're going to see that the pips are basically all the same. But what's very, very interesting about this tarot is the depictions of the majors and the court cards. They're very much in shadow and in a very negative depiction of the archetype. And to me, that's fascinating because I really haven't seen that in a lot of tarot. Or if I have, it doesn't strike as powerful as this tarot does. And one of the really good things about this tarot is that it is... let's see. It just packs a punch because the art is so simple, but it's very to the point, and it's also very striking. And it strikes you in a negative way that I find very refreshing for some reason. But we're going to see. Very bad cardstock. This is very flimsy. It's I wish they were better quality. Maybe they should print this tarot in a linen cardstock. That would have been great. Especially because this purple is actually not unappealing. And it actually looks a lot brighter than what really is. It's more a eggplant purple than this violet that's showing up on camera. But then again, I have the light over here, and well, as you can see, is also extremely shiny. And yeah, the tarot is very thin. It's very thin. It is a regular tarot size. So I mean that's good, and I have small hands, so this is a perfect size for me for the tarot. But these are the backs, and I really enjoy these. See, there it goes. Really. No, I very much enjoy these backs for various reasons. It actually exemplifies a lot of what goes on in the show. This animal versus human motif or theme that usually surrounds the whole Penny Dreadful series. I really enjoy that. It's explored in books, one of my favorite books, like Frankenstein, for example, or even Dracula. And this is extremely appropriate. I tried researching specifically who was responsible for the art of the Penny Dreadful tarot, but I didn't find any. So if you guys know who did the art for this tarot, please let me know for various reasons so that I can give them credit, at least in the description of the video, but also so that I would know, because whoever created the tarot or the images for this tarot, well, not only do they know tarot, at least in part, they know very well how dark tarot is, and they're very good at depicting the darkness of tarot in a very simple way. I typically don't like purple. Purple is not one of my colors. I don't go for purple at all. But I don't mind this one. Like I said, it's more eggplant than this violet that's showing up on camera. And here we have the Fool. I'm not really sure how much I'm going to talk about this, but at least I'm going to talk a lot about one of the majors that is just... It's just a chef's kiss. Let's say that. But this is the Fool. Really like... really, again... I very much enjoy this Fool card because it really exemplifies how foolish the Fool can be. Just falling, or actually leaping from the precipice and going into a river full of crocodiles. That is something, in my opinion, that the Fool is or will do, especially in a very shadow, very dark sort of way. It's very appropriate for the Fool. I enjoy the depiction of this, especially because we know what this person is doing. Even though we only have a foot over here, we have a precipice over here, and we have this crocodile here. We know that this person is being foolish. This person know that they're being foolish. So it's almost it's almost suicidal. But what I'm picking up is we as people are so foolish that we will commit the same mistake again. We will jump into the same mistake again. And that's what this Fool is depicting for me. Moving on to the Magician. And centipedes are one of the few creepy crawlers that I am just not able to do at all. And I like that this centipede is in the lemniscate or the infinity sign, especially on the shoulder of the Magician, because your shoulders, I feel, is where people most carry, or the burden is more exemplified on people's shoulders. We even have a saying, or you guys have a saying in English saying that, you have to lift that burden off your shoulders. So in the Magician, one of the dark aspects, in my opinion, is overachieving too much and expending energy that you really don't have in things that you don't really need to work on. To me, the Magician is a card of multitasking or of manifesting and working towards trying to achieve your goals progressively. You have tools, you use those tools to get those goals. So this is very appropriate to me for the Magician, a dark side of the Magician. Here we have our High Priestess. this is very, I was gonna say sexual, but it's not. It's I believe that it's innuendo, the word that I'm looking for. There's a lot of innuendo in the High Priestess, and with this bull over here and her legs in the position that they are. Again, very dark for the High Priestess. These cards get very dark, so I'm actually very interested in working with these to see if I'm able to. If I'm not able to, this is probably going to be the first deck that I have of fandom that it's just for my own amusement, but we'll see. And here we have more innuendo with the Empress and this eel that's wrapping itself around the Empress waist. It's fascinating, the position where this eel is snapping on the Empress. That's all that I'm going to say about it. Again, very dark. Yeah. And here we have the Emperor. Very much being a mirror and a reflection of the Empress in a way. We're just seeing a male character here instead of a female character. But yes, again, a lot of innuendo, a lot of very heavy meaning in this card for the Emperor. Oh, I don't like that these cards, everything is going to show on these cards. They're so shiny. They're so glossy. That's the problem. Okay, here we have our Hierophant. And to me, this is a vulture. I hope it's a vulture. It looks like a vulture, so I hope it is. But as in any case, yes, I really like this dark side of the Hierophant. Vultures are, they're not predators. They're actually, what's the word? They eat trash. They eat remnants. There's a word for that, and I just can't remember it right now. But yes, I like this for the Hierophant. And here is one of the most fascinating depictions of the lovers that I have ever seen. And when I saw this card on the show for the first time, I was very much in awe of such a depiction, because we know that the Scorpion is going to prick this person's lips. We know that. There is a foolish trust that is being placed on a beast or an animal that we know it's going to strike. And but this person having the hope that it doesn't, it feels so appropriate for the lovers in so many ways, because this person doesn't have a very good relationship with themselves, and also this person or this depiction makes me think that they're not able to communicate well. I mean, there's a scorpion going almost inside their mouth. So there's a lot of things that I'm picking up with these lovers that is very dark, that is very extremist, I should say. And I really like it for the lovers. It's very fascinating. It just captivates me, this image of the lovers. Here we have our Chariot. And here we have a person that's trying to tame this bull with nothing other than their hands and probably their foolish will. And actually, this Chariot has some sort of dynamism to it. It sort of feels like it's moving, or that they are actually going somewhere, or this person is trying to tame this bull, but it's just not going to happen for them. To me, the Chariot is movement forward. This is you being moved forward without any intention or will. This is just you being dragged. which is not good, but very good for a shadow side of the chariot. Here we have strength. Oh God, I see what I mean about the image being so simple and very minimal and conveying a lot of meaning with just that. I mean, this is a monstrous hand that is, we don't know if this person is transforming into something beastly, or this hand over here is actually trying to help this other hand in some way, or reach into this hand in some way. So to me, this is just very cool. It's just very cool to me. Here we have our hermit. And I like the anglerfish for the hermit. The anglerfish are very lonely creatures, and it's funny that their bioluminescence is able to attract other fish into them, and I think that's the point with this hermit here. I mean, the hermit has a light that guides them or guides others, but what if you're not able to see the light, or what if you're being guided into something that you don't want? Here we have a Wheel of Fortune, and I like this Wheel of Fortune for main reason that it has a snake, and I like that it's coiling around this person's hands as they're stretching their themselves into something that's on top. Like they're trying to make their own decisions, but they're being hindered by the snake. It's just, the symbolism is it's very different for me. It just taps into something different for me. Here we have Justice. Here we have spiders. I love spiders, so, and I like that they're on different levels for this Justice card. Here we have our Hanged Man. I like this because not only are they tangled in an octopus arm, or maybe it's a tentacle. Actually, I don't really know the difference between a tentacle and an arm. There's a difference, but I don't know what it is. And I know that some squid have tentacles and arms, but I don't remember if octopus have both arms and tentacles, or just arms, or just tentacles, but it doesn't matter. Let's call it a tentacle. This is slippery. The tentacle it's completely slippery. This hangman is gonna fall at any time, and they know that they are. So is there even a point to this hangman? It's fascinating to me. Here's a death card, and oh my gods. Again, I feel like this person is surrendering to the act of accepting that they're going to be pricked by, or stung, or bitten, not really sure, by the spider, and then they're just going to be consumed by death. Here we have our Temperance. I believe this is a Komodo dragon, but I am not very certain. As in any case, this is one of the cards where where I get a little confused with the Penny Dreadful Tarot, because I'm like, it doesn't feel like the Temperance card is balancing anything. But yeah, I mean, still, it's just intriguing. Here we have our Devil. I really like this. This person just looking straight at the eyes of this bat. It feels very profound without really being profound. I don't know. It just feels very deep, and it feels very as if this person is calling onto this bat. it's very different for a devil card. I really like this devil card. Here we have our tower. I like that they're using arachnids a lot in this tarot. Yes, definitely being caught in a web of your own making. Feels like a tower moment, definitely. We have the star. And there's no healing here. It seems just despair, just the opposite of hope. Just pure despair, nothing to do, not even accept your beast nature. You're just being a very animalistic sort of version of yourself. You have the moon. I very much appreciate that we have canines for the moon card. I really enjoy that. Especially because it also feels like the moon card is a bloody skull, and they did a really good job portraying that. Here we have our sun. Very much appreciate the fact that we don't have a person on the sun card, especially a child or a baby. For the sun card, I don't like the depiction of children or any other sort of cherubic being in the sun. I feel like the sun card it's already a very positive card without the need of that innocent presence per se, but I like it. Here we have Judgment. And this reminds me of the myth of Prometheus. And Prometheus got visited by an eagle every day to have his liver devoured, and then to have the liver heal itself and then get devoured again the next day. So yeah, that's pleasant. Here we have the World. I like that we have some sort of allusion to the Rider-Waite-Smith here with the bull and the lion. This may be an eagle claw, and then we have a human hand that also aligns with the seraphs that are around the World card. But in this case, I like that the woman in the World card is giving us her back, because I feel like the World is actually more about this completion and this getting to start a new thing. The World also deals with cycles, and the World is what is, and this turning of the back makes me feel like, no, I'm not accepting what is right now, and I'm going to be living in my own reality. And sometimes that could be healthy, but most of the time it isn't. But yeah, there we go. That's the World card. So the tarot does have unique aces and unique court cards. As you can see, this ace has a panther. I want to say, I think it's a panther, but it could be a lioness. But it definitely is some sort of feline. And for the Ace of Wands, it's I like felines, fire. I like that. But all of the pips look like this. We're just adding more branches and sometimes more skulls. So this is 2. See, so more branches. 4, 5. And I think on the 6 we see another skull. Yeah, there it is. 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we go into the court cards, and here we have our Page of Wands. And fascinating, this depiction of the Page of Wands. This very young person just about to be stung by this wasp. Very good energy for the Page of Wands. That's what happens when you don't pay attention. And the Page of Wands in a very negative feel for the Page of Wands, in my opinion. One of the negative behaviors of the Page of Wands is being very not uncareful. What is the word? Why am I having such a hard time with words today? Remembering words. They're calling up to being stung. That's what I'm trying to say. As if they want to be stung, is what this Page of Wands is letting me know. Here we have our Knight of Wands, being very much brought to their knees by a rhino. Here we have the Queen. I really like the Queen here. See, it's a sort of feline, but I'm not really sure what type of feline this is. This seems more monstrous than a regular feline. And here we have our King with the lion. Okay, so here we have our cups. Here we have this ace, very usual for a Rider-Waite-Smith sort of ace. And then we have this cloak figure for the pips that is being drowned even more as the pips go on. So we have the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, now she looks like, or they look like they're in a sort of waterfall of cups just pouring into them. Okay, so here we have our Page of Cups, and then we have another infant sort of character, and now we have this eel coming out of it instead of the goldfish or the very, very fun fish that to me represents this emotional feeling of being good. But obviously this Page of Cups over here with this eel, they're probably not having a really good time right now. We have the Knight of Cups. Our Queen, who is either purposely going to be bitten by the eel or is feeding the eel something. And the King, and then we have the King here with the octopus. Okay, so here we have our Ace of Swords. This is striking as the Ace of Swords because having this deer, this symbol of wisdom, being the king of the forest, this symbol of purity and protection, being pierced by the sword. It's just it's not only striking, but it's making me feel like, well, if this sword is doing this to this poor creature, what else can this sword do to you? How even worse can words or misplaced trust or very bad actions feel to you or do to you, like psychically and emotionally. But then the sword suit gets a little bit well, not gory, but it gets a little bit morbid, and so we have this rat that's being pierced by swords. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, this literally looks like a fan, like a bladed fan. Yeah, not my favorite depiction of the sword suit, but I'll see if I can work with it. I'm definitely not using these for client readings, that's for sure. This is probably just going to be for my own amusement. But here we have the Page of Swords, and we have a warhog for the Page of Swords. Here we have our knight with a monkey. Monkeys to me are tricksters. So even though the Knight of Swords does have the intellectual capacity to be a trickster, to me, I think the trickster is better aligned with the Knight of Wands or even the Page of Wands. But this still works. This is good. Love the jellyfish on the Queen of Swords. And here we have the bear with the King of Swords. Okay, and now we have the Ace of Pentacles, and again we see a wasp being drawn to the pentacle in this person's face, or actually in this person's head. And now we have this nude person with the pentacles surrounding her. It's as if she's bathing, but I am not really sure what the meaning is here, because if she's bathing, I would feel more aligned with the cups than with the pentacles. But for example, if she's in this pose and she is, doesn't have this this water being the water washing her face, and she just has her hands on her head like that, it would make me it would at least make me feel like she is having a very pleasant sexual time, and that would align better with the pentacles for me. But as in any case, here's the 3, 4, 5. One thing that I would say that I don't like about the pips in the pentacles is that they're going outside of the frame. I think that they could have done a better job in framing the pentacles inside of the image, but here we have the 9 and the 10. And here we have our Page of Pentacles. We have a Knight of Pentacles. Not very sure what this is. It looks both canine and feline, but I am uncertain. Here we have our Queen with this billy goat. And here we have our King with probably the skull of the deer that was pierced by the sword on the Ace of Swords. But yeah, here we go. Here's the King of Pentacles. I don't view the King of Pentacles, even in its darkest iteration or darkest behavior, as this. And especially also because I relate the King of Pentacles to my husband, and my husband is definitely not this at all. But still a really very fascinating image. And he looks like a sorcerer instead of a king as well, which is good for me. I really like that. But yeah, there you go, guys. That is the Penny Dreadful Tarot. It came with some sort of guide for tarot, but I read it and it's not good. To be perfectly honest, I don't think that this tarot is meant to read with. I'm gonna give it a good go. Not very sure when, actually. Mostly because, and I'm gonna just work with it because I want to see if I can, if I'm able to, if I'm able to pick anything. But I'm definitely going to need a lot more than the pip cards are doing for me, even though I actually find the court cards and the aces and the major arcana very well done. Like I said, they're very striking images, definitely darker images, and definitely gets very dark for tarot. I would even say that this tarot gets darker than the Sean Cost tarot, and that is a full monster deck dealing with mental illness. And to me, this is darker. Not very sure why. Probably because of the simplicity of it and how very shocking it is to see some of the images, and not because of what they're depicting, mostly because of the symbology that I'm picking for myself and what I'm understanding about that card. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you actually have used the Penny Dreadful tarot cards, or let me know if you actually like them as well. I would very much like to chat with you guys in the messages. But thank you so much for watching this, and I'll see you soon, guys. Bye bye. I should grab some water. I should grab some water. There we go. I think hopefully that will be enough for my husband. So, okay, maybe I need a better stool. At some point I'm gonna get a really good chair. Okay, some stretches. Ooh. Okay. Hello YouTube, and welcome to my channel. What? Take two. Oh, goodness gracious. Hello YouTube, and welcome to my channel. My name is Eddie, and today, see, I missed it again. Take three. I'm a little rusty. And not because I'm wearing a rusty color. Okay.